Welcome viewers. Today we are going to discuss higher order demultiplexer that can be implemented by the lower order demultiplexer. Up to this we know about demultiplexer, but today we will discuss how to implement any higher order demultiplexer such as 1 to 4 by using lower order demultiplexer as 1 to 2. Let's discuss how to implement 1 to 8 demultiplexer with the help of 1 to 4 and 1 to 2 demultiplexer. As it is known, 1 to 4 demultiplexer has one input line along with 2 select lines and generates 4 output lines. In 1 to 2 demultiplexer has one input with one selected line generates 2 outputs. This figure shows the truth table of the 1 to 8 demultiplexer. We can implement a 1 to 8 demultiplexer by using lower order demultiplexers very easily by considering the truth table. At first, we take 1 to 2 demultiplexer having one select line S2. Then it generates 2 outputs that is applied as input to both 1 to 4 demultiplexer individually to get 8 outputs. There are also 2 select lines S0 and S1 that are connected to both 1 to 4 demultiplexer. The output will be, if the S2 line is 0, then in that case, one of the 4 outputs of the lower order demultiplexers that are D0 to D3 will be equal to the input based on select lines S0 and S1. If the S2 line is 1, then in that case, one of the 4 outputs of the higher order demultiplexers that are D4 to D7 will be equal to the input based on select lines S0 and S1. Now let's discuss how to implement 1 to 16 demultiplexer with the help of 1 to 8 and 1 to 2 demultiplexer. So we know 1 to 8 demultiplexer has one input line along with 3 select lines and generates 8 output lines, whereas 1 to 16 demultiplexer has one input and 4 select lines, which generates 16 outputs. This figure shows the truth table of the 1 to 16 demultiplexer. We can implement a 1 to 16 demultiplexer by using lower order demultiplexers very easily by considering the truth table. At first, we take 1 to 2 demultiplexer which having one select line S3. Then it generates 2 outputs that are applied as input to both 1 to 8 demultiplexer individually to get 16 outputs. There are also 3 select lines S0, S1 and S2 that are connected to both 1 to 8 demultiplexers. Hence, the output will be, if the S3 line is 0, then in that case, one of the 8 outputs of the lower order demultiplexer that are D0 to D7 will be equal to the input based on the select lines S0, S1 and S2. If the S3 line is 1, then in that case, one of the 8 outputs of the higher order demultiplexers that are D8 to D15 will be equal to the input based on select lines S0, S1 and S2. In today's lecture, we have learned implementation of higher order demultiplexer by a lower order demultiplexer, 1 to 8 demultiplexer by using 1 to 4 and 1 to 2 demultiplexer, 1 to 16 demultiplexer by using 1 to 8 and 1 to 2 demultiplexer. With that, we are at the end of this lecture. We will meet again in the next lecture. Till then, practice the relations repeatedly. Thank you and goodbye.